Welcome to this edition of On the Scene. I'm your host, Tim Kelly. On today's program, we're talking about a very unique event. It's the Suffolk Rockin' Relay for Life. Now, this event gives you an opportunity to help raise funds for cancer, but more importantly, reach out there and help people within your own community. Stay tuned. Welcome back to On the Scene, joined now by our guest today to talk about a very important event happening not only in the city of Suffolk, but throughout Hampton Roads in the spring. And we're talking about Relay for Life and the overall picture. We're also looking at the American Cancer Society. And joining us today to talk about these topics, we have Jason Pittman, who's the co-chair for the City of Suffolk Relay for Life campaign. And we also have Ellison Allen, who is with Fund the Mission. So I want to thank both of you for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tim.
Relay for Life. It's that time of year again, a very special event here in the city of Suffolk. Well, let's talk about where Relay for Life is going to be this year. I understand that the structure has changed in the sense of instead of a Friday, Saturday event, we're talking Saturday, Sunday, but again, still in the city of Suffolk and a great fundraiser. Jason, tell us some of the specifics about the event.
Okay, the event does take place at Bennett's Creek Park, which is at 3000 Bennett's Creek Park Road. And it does start at 4 o'clock p.m. and proceeds until 4 o'clock a.m.
Okay.
It is May 16th and May 17th.
Okay. Now, if someone out there who has maybe not already signed up, not part of a fundraising team so far with the event, how could they participate in this year's Suffolk Rockin' Relay for Life?
Jason, you want me to take it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have where you can go online to Relay for Life, and you can just sign up to either participate or you can sign up as a team.
Okay.
And we also do different fundraisers throughout. So we have a Facebook page. You can find us online at Relay for Life Suffolk on Facebook and see the different things that are going on and how to sign up.
Now, when people sign up and participate, what we're talking about is they're certainly going to walk to raise money for the American Cancer Society, correct? I mean, that's really, when we're boiling it down, that's what we're talking about. And of course, through sponsorships and other things, there's other monies generated through the event. And again, Suffolk is not unique in the sense that there are events, Relay for Life events going on throughout Hampton Roads and throughout the country, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So when people come out, and maybe they haven't been to a Relay for Life event before, what takes place? How does everything kind of get kicked off, and what happens? Because this runs overnight, so people are walking, for a 24-hour period of time, correct?
That is correct.
How does that work?
Well, we start off with our opening ceremonies, and then we do have specialty laps as well, which include a luminary ceremony.
Right.
There's a backwards lap, and we do different laps as well.
Sure.
We do have entertainment scheduled throughout the night to keep people entertained as well.
Okay.
Throughout the event, there's different campsites that are set up. Numerous teams will be at those sites that are doing fundraisers as well. So some people may be selling hot dogs and hamburgers. Others may be selling pictures or other little knickknacks to raise funds for Relay for Life.
And I guess it's really kind of a festival atmosphere, isn't it? I mean, like you said, it's not just the walk that's going on, but you talk about all the other fundraisers and all the other, and I guess the first three letters in the word fundraiser, fun, it's a lot of fun. I think that's what we're talking about, because it is, overnight, and people get excited with that and all the different things going on. But talk about kind of the atmosphere at these type of events. What's going on out there in the sense of people that are participating, and everybody obviously has their own personal reason for participating in a Relay for Life event.
Right. Well, just to go back a quick minute,
Sure.
Something else new this year too is we're not charging
this
year. So for those who haven't done Relay for Life, there is no charge to sign up anymore.
Great.
They can just go ahead and sign up. But at the event, we're also having kids time. We're having like bouncies and different groups that are coming to perform to make sure we reach out to all ages.
Right.
And unfortunately, this is an unfortunate event, but we try to bring about life during this time, and that's why we go throughout the walk and we have different events so people can, yes, we're there to support and, grieve maybe a little bit, but also about the fun.
Right. Indeed. And of course, I know Jason spoke about one of the special walks. I mean, I know there's a variety of different ones that take place. You have 24 hours to fill. You got to do something to keep it fresh, so to speak. But one of the ones you talk about the Survivor Walk, as far as when that takes place, as far as what's the significance of that event, that particular aspect of the walk?
The Survivor Walk is a way to honor our survivors that are there that are participating as well. And they will all go out to the track and they'll take a lap. The good thing is that helps to create that community and that support system for those that are affected by cancer.
Right.
It's a good way for us to honor those that are facing treatment, those that are currently surviving, and of course the caregivers as well.
And of course, the city of Suffolk, I can't think how many years we've been doing our own Relay for Life, but it's a very successful event. I mean, a great fundraiser for a great cause. But the fact of, as far as with the city of Suffolk's involvement in that, Jason, if you could talk a little bit about that. I mean, I know your involvement on the committee and certainly, co-chairing the event itself.
Certainly. I've been lucky enough to be involved with Relay for Life for about the past 5 years. I have served as the Relay for Life co-chair for the city's team.
Right.
And we're very lucky to have department coordinators for each department that help us to raise funds for Relay for Life. Last year, we were able to raise over $30,000 towards the American Cancer Society and Relay for Life goals. And it's definitely something that I think the city takes a lot of pride in. I know I do.
Right.
And again, for us and for me personally, it's the connection, knowing that the American Cancer Society and Relay for Life really does help to strengthen our community by building that support system by the families affected by cancer.
You talk about community. This truly is a community event because there are businesses involved, but there are individuals. There's people from all walks of life who come together basically to say, we're going to step up, we're going to do what we can to raise money to fight cancer, to help the American Cancer Society in all their efforts. You know, I think community, I guess, is the key word when you talk about a Relay for Life event, right?
It's something else I wanted to mention too about the survivors, that we do also have a survivors dinner there.
Okay.
And that dinner is like at 5 o'clock. I believe it starts at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
So for any survivors, they can register up to April 30th.
Okay.
So they can, you know, enjoy, and we have great stuff for them too. So, and that's another thing about getting out to the community,
Yes.
to let the survivors know that we just appreciate them, you know, and all that they have been through.
Sure. And I think that's something where you have the community that come out and for the Survivors Walk and all the events you have, I mean, they're telling them that, look, we're behind you, we're supporting you in your own personal challenges there, and the fact that there are people and resources that are here to help.
Right.
And certainly in addition to the survivors, there's also the care providers,
Yes.
because obviously they play a key role
Yes.
in the lives of the survivors and
Right.
things, and the fact that events like Relay for Life help these folks kind of have a way to get out there, enjoy themselves, but also know there are others that they can kind of network with and
Right.
work with to realize they're not in this alone, right?
Right, because, you know, as a caregiver, you have to make sure you take care of yourself too.
Yes.
Because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of them. So
Right.
it's good because we make sure that they know that they have a support system. And I say we because I've lost to cancer too. So we have a support system with that, and coming out to the community, you know, you'll see that.
Now, Jason, I mean, just your reflections on some of the previous Relay for Life events here in the city of Suffolk, just some of your memories and things that maybe stand out to you that have made a difference in your commitment to this campaign.
I think it's the personal connections that you see happening. It's not just the cancer families, it's not just the caregivers, it's not just the survivors, but it's everybody coming together. People are able to find those resources, they're able to connect, to share stories, to not go through this alone. So they really are able to rely on each other for that support system, and that's really the piece that touches home for me at each event.
Indeed. Well, we're going to before we take a short break, I want to remind everyone again of the dates and the way to register, that if you want to participate in this year's Suffolk Rockin' Relay for Life. Jason and Ellison, I'll let the two of you kind of tag team on this one. Jason, if you kind of talk about again the date, the location and the times, and Ellison, the ways that people can still sign up.
Okay. The event is at Bennett Creek Park. That's 3000 Bennett Creek Park Road on May the 16th and 17th, and it begins at 4 p.m.
And you can also go online at relayforlife.org, and you can sign up there. Or even if you go onto the American Cancer Society page and you can put in Suffolk, and you'll be able to register there too, and on Facebook.
Okay, again, making it easy for everyone to get signed up and participate in this year's Relay for Life. We're going to take a short break, but we're going to come back with more information talking about the American Cancer Society and their efforts, again, to eradicate cancer here in the United States. So stay tuned. Welcome back to On the Scene, joined again by Ellison and Jason. And let's spend a little time talking about the American Cancer Society. I know their website has a wealth of information. And one of the things, though, that struck me, there's obviously different parts of the website talking about the fundraising, but obviously also talking about cancer and providing a lot of great information. And there's a little click down button where you see the list of all the different types of cancers that are out there. And I was amazed at how many there are. And again, you know, cancer touches everyone's lives in a multitude of different ways. There's certainly, whether a relative, yourself, or someone that you know that has battled cancer. It's just amazing to know that there's so many different types and so many different things out there that people are dealing with in that capacity. And again, I guess that's where the American Cancer Society and Relay for Life events step in to really provide those resources there that people that are you know, dealing with those challenges have, correct?
That is correct. That is correct. Another thing that Relay for Life does is we allow them different avenues to be able to connect with us, with the people helping us. For instance, Jason, we have different things that we offer to the community as well.
We do. The American Cancer Society is committed to saving lives and creating a world with more birthdays, and they do that while maintaining the highest standards. They offer various programs, one of them being the Road to Recovery, which is a transportation program that's designed for cancer patients that may need transportation to and from treatment, and that may not otherwise have those transportation options.
Right. And we also offer something called Look Good, Feel Better. And unfortunately, sometimes when you're going through, you lose your hair.
Yes, ma'am.
So we teach them, different ways of the style, hair, how to put eyelashes, do makeup, and just if you don't want to put on hair or a wig or anything like that, just to enhance your natural beauty. So we teach them things like that as well with that program.
Now the money that's raised through events like Relay for Life goes to the American Cancer Society, and it helps to fund critical programs and platforms to support those that are affected by cancer. As some of the programs that we've mentioned, another one would be the Hope House. And those are facilities throughout the United States. Currently there are 31 of them throughout the United States where families can go when they're seeking treatment, and they have a place to stay that's free of charge. And that's truly a great benefit to the cancer patients, and that is made available through events like Relay for Life and the American Cancer Society.
And I would assume that certainly when you're in that situation and you're battling and you have all your attention focused on things, resources like some of the ones you've spoken about, they may seem small to some people, but they're huge in the sense of keeping that sense of, and I use the word normalcy, throughout the process, so that way you focus on what you're trying to do without having to worry about or handle some of these other challenges that may come up at the same time, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as far as also, I know one of the things the American Cancer Society and kind of gets out there, or preaches, so to speak, as far as early detection and as far as getting the tests and things that you need to have done. I mean, certainly we all know, try to get a yearly physical and things like that, but it's also the other testing. Certainly we reach different mile marks in our lives that we need to do, because again, the quicker you can identify what your situation is, the more likelihood of survival and leading, and getting past that and getting through back onto your life and getting beyond that, correct?
Right, that is correct. And even before testing or the yearly, annual, know your body.
Yes.
Listen to your body.
Hey.
Because your body will let you know when something's going on. And, so many times we take that for granted, or it may be a cold or a back problem or something. But listen to your body, and, if you can, go get it checked out.
Correct.
Go get checked out what's going on with you.
That's right. And I think that's the key is if something doesn't feel right or isn't, then you need to look into it. And again, on the website, I know it talks about the different types of cancers and certainly some of the early symptoms for different ones. And again, with the list being so long, it's kind of hard to tell. But again, like you said, if you think something isn't quite right, go talk to someone, get it checked out, and then at least and then you can combat whatever the situation would be, whether it would be cancer or perhaps something else, correct?
And while we're speaking on research, just to kind of show the effects of the American Cancer Society and the benefits, since 1946, the American Cancer Society has been funding cancer research. This year, we're actually celebrating a 20% decline in cancer deaths since 1991.
That's great.
So that's really a great statistic, but it shows that research does pay off, and that the funds are being used to help fund research that's really beneficial to us all. As you may know, cancer does touch so many of us. We all know a coworker, a loved one, a family member that may be affected by cancer, and the statistics are staggering. It's 1 in 2 males will be affected by cancer at some point in their lives, and 1 in 3 women. And when we actually think about those numbers, it shows the importance of supporting an event like Relay for Life and that support system provided by American Cancer Society.
And another thing, males, a lot of people think prostate, but males are getting breast cancer too. The numbers actually have gone up. I think it's maybe 2,100, but still, that's pretty good. We, as men, you still need to check.
Correct.
So
you got to keep that on your radar, because again, you talk about something not being right, you think, well, that's a woman's disease or a woman's. No, it's not, because you talk about the numbers going up and the fact that cancer again can be so pervasive in the ways that it can attack someone in the sense of the way you have to deal with that. It's not just the way you used to think it was. There's different ways, and again, as research and things develop, and the funds you talk about raised through Relay for Life and other fundraisers that the American Cancer Society puts on and funds that go to it, I mean, it's solving people's problems. And again, obviously, we're all hoping for the day we get to the point where, you know, the cures for cancer are there.
Yeah.
We are not there yet, but we're continuing to work toward it, right?
We are. Yes, we are.
Now, again, let's touch back again. We started out by talking about Relay for Life here in the city of Suffolk. The dates, May 16th and 17th, which is a Saturday and a Sunday, and you said it's from 4 p.m. to 4 a.m.
Correct.
Okay, good deal. Okay.
Yes.
So again, a 12-hour span of time right there, Bennett's Creek Park. Now, one of the things in doing some research as far as with the event this year, I know there's a special award that's going to be presented as far as, I believe, at the opening ceremony. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And that's the Betty Glasscock Award. If we could talk a little bit about that and what the impetus behind the award and what it signifies.
Right. The award is basically the gentleman lost his spouse, and that's her name. So that's the award.
Okay.
But this year we're doing it a little different. We're going to actually present it, like you stated, at the ceremony.
Yes, ma'am.
And what we're doing is we're asking for nominations.
Okay.
Too. So, and they can also go on relayforlife.org and, you know, submit for someone to win this award.
Got it. Very nice.
So, and we would actually like him there to present the award to the individual that is chosen.
Okay. So again, something else to look forward to, and again, a very special event, Relay for Life, where, you know, it's for a great cause,
Right.
helping people in our community, people, maybe perhaps your next door neighbor, a member of your own personal family. But, you know, yes, it's a fundraiser, but again, there's a lot of fun involved with the event. And again, it is a festival. There are great opportunities there for food, for fun, for just getting to know people within your community, seeing people maybe you haven't seen in a few years. I know some people use this as sort of a makeshift reunion to get together once a year to do that. So again, we're looking forward to it here in the city of Suffolk. Relay for Life, May 16th and 17th out at Bennett's Creek Park. I want to thank Ellison and Jason for joining us today to talk about this very important topic. And again, we're looking forward to Relay for Life here. So again, thank you very much to both of you. And that will do it for this edition of On the Scene. I'm your host, Tim Kelly. We will see you next time.